Hey guys, Jeff from Smoking T-Jets. This is going to be a fun project. I'm already into it. I don't know, about halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway, but guys, it's going to be a fun project. Got these little Airstream trailers, and it's like a, I don't know, like a love nest. You know, you got some of the little figurine over there who's showing her stuff off. But guys, look at this. Look at this. I got it hooked up to the transformer, and this is still in the box, and you can do it while it's in the box. But look at that. Is that too cool? I'm sorry, guys. That's just really, really cool. Again, we're going to have some fun with this. If you find this distasteful, I'm sorry. Guys, I think it's going to be a blast. What I want to do with this is I'm going to go ahead and, I got one out of the box already, and I'll show it to you in just a second. I'm starting to tear it apart, and what I'd like for this to end up being is like actually have a T-Jet pull the car around while we have all the lights going on and all that stuff. So let me resituate the camera, and I'll show you where I'm at, guys. Alright, let's take a look at and see what we got on here on the inside of it. Now, the first thing I did, guys, is, obviously, I took it out of the package, but I needed to open it up. I got to, see what's going on as far as the electronics and all that stuff. And I'm going to bring another one, a little Airstream in here, right here. This is very similar to the one that we're working on. Now, these guys, when they make them, they use a glue. And they're pretty sparing with it. They're very, very sparing with the glue, guys. When you try to get these bottoms off the shell here, what I do is I'll start by putting a screwdriver here and just pulling up. Yeah, see, it wants to move already. So the glue, again, is very, very sparing that they use. And I don't want to say it's not completely dry. But guys, when I try to get the bottom off of the shells there, it seems like when I take my time, they come off. You can do it. So again, take your time if you're going to do it. This is a very expensive piece, guys. It's not cheap to get, and so I didn't want to ruin it. So my point is just please be careful. Now, I'm going to talk you through some do's and don'ts right off the bat. The one that's still in the box there, it has, on the top of the trailer, it has the word love in 4 LED lights. I have 3 LEDs there, and you can see that I've taken them off of the one that I'm working on here. Here's what happened. I made a mistake, and I'm owning up to it. I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to talk you through the fix and everything. But listen, the LEDs that were up here, there's 4 of them. The brown and the yellow wire, if you put them on a terminal, the terminals on the transformer, everything lights up. Here's what I wasn't aware of. If you reverse the wires, these 2 lights still light up, but then the top LEDs don't. So, as I'm taking things apart, adjusting it, and I thought the LED burned out. I really did. So I got a little upset, and I started tearing the LEDs out of here as easily as I could. And I replaced it with 1 red light, and I'll show you what we're going to do to make that illuminate and have some words up there and everything. That's almost a project unto itself, and we will get there. But what happened was I really thought that the LEDs burned out, so I started taking them out. Well, after I got them out, just for like one last time, I was gonna just to test them. Without any wires or anything, I touched them to the transformers and they lit up. And I'm going, what's the difference? And I just had a notion. I turned them around, touched them transformers again, and it didn't light up. So polarity makes a difference with this thing, guys. Polarity makes a difference. I wanted to give you a heads up so you would avoid opening it up like I did mine. And while I'm thinking about it right now, another thing that you're going to have to address when you get this bugger apart, actually you can do it before it gets apart, is that these things weren't meant to roll around the track. But guys, like I said before, I want them hooked up with a T-Jet. If the wheels don't roll, you have to make them do that, guys. What's nice is you can take the axle off, the wheel off. Now, I've done I've solved the problem 2 ways. If they don't roll as well as they like, you have to look on the inside of the hub there. There might be a burr or something, a little plastic burr that's preventing it from rolling. And even if that doesn't work, what I've done is I've sanded both sides here, this side and that side, as far as making them a little bit more skinnier so these wheels can spin freely, and then they just snap right back on. But guys, if they don't turn or spin freely, you're going in the wrong direction. So that was the first thing I did. The wires here, you can see these two. They go up to the top lamp that's going to be in there. When do we have a resistor there? I'm probably going to end up getting rid of that. I really don't need that anymore because I'm not using the LEDs. I'm going to probably gut that and just have 3 regular red light bulbs, one in the upper part and 2 in the lower part here. Now, we're looking at it and we can see the guts and all the wires, but when I turn it around, imagine the lights shining through and be able to see the scene. But what I'm getting at here is the wire that I've got going through it. What I did is, they're all attached, and these 2 will attach to the top one here in just a bit. But I've got them going underneath the trailer, and then what I've done is I've got, see all that extra wire I've added onto it there? All that extra wire? Reason being is I'm going to have that like hooked up to one of the T-Jets, I'm not sure which, but it'll go from the trailer, underneath the trailer a little bit, up into the T-Jet, and then attach it to the shoe somehow. So haven't got there yet, and I don't know which T-Jet I'm going to use, but that's my intention. Now, I told you that the LEDs, I made the mistake of thinking that they're burnt out, and again I've got this one light up here, little red light, that'll light up that whole compartment, no problem, it'll light the whole compartment. What I did is just a bit ago on a piece of cellophane with the printer, I printed some things like Love Shack or Love, just a few different ones. And what I'll do is with scissors, I'll cut these to size and I'll put them right over that so the light will shine through and we'll actually have some letters there. So again, if you come up with the problem, guys, here's a solution. If the LEDs don't work, mine actually did work. I just didn't know that the polarity was wrong. I didn't know the polarity was wrong. So my fault. And again, guys, if I do it, I own up to it. I will definitely own up to it. So probably cutting the little Love or the Love Shack, that little thing out of the cellophane and gluing it on there, that'll be down the road here. I'm going to make sure that everything's working very, very properly before I go ahead and do that. So what's the next step? The next step is we're going to see if we can get the top light attached down here to these wires and make all 3 lights work. So that will be the next step, guys. Alright, here's where we're at. This is turning into quite a more in-depth project than I thought, but I think I'm going to streamline everything. I know I said it in the last segment. I'm really considering getting rid of that resistor right there. I got the window out, or the glass out of the shell here, and it allows me to access the wires that go to the top a little bit more easily. And in doing that, right down there, that's one of the tubes plus a base that holds the light to the bottom of the Airstream there. And there's the other one still in place. Well, as I'm doing things, I check to make sure everything's good, and the light bulb that was in there, burned out. So what I did is I got another light bulb, and I'm getting ready to put it in where it belongs. But guys, I'm thinking about just streamlining it, taking all the wires in instead of having a little resistor there, getting rid of that, and just making it a whole lot easier. So I think that's what I'm going to do next year. Alright, here's an update. You see that little bulb right there that's on the top of the trailer? I've got that hooked up with the lamp that's supposed to go in the back of the trailer. It's on a little post right there. Got the resistor out of there. That's gone. So we're really going to clean up the wiring a whole lot. The post there that we're looking at, that's the front post that holds the light bulb. When I got the resistor out of there, I realized that the bulb that was in there, the wires are a little bit too short to work with for my fat fingers. So I decided to go get a new bulb. Guys, I've said it before, I will continue to say it. If you need any of these special bulbs, little tiny screws that go to the, like for the screw post for the T-Jets, things like that, Gulf Coast Model Railroading, those guys, they'll ship it to you anywhere. I'm going to see if I can put a link in the video to you. You click on the link, it'll take you right to their website, guys. Give them a call and tell them what you need. You can tell them Jeff from Smokin' T-Jet sent you. I'm sure they'll charge you triple, quadruple, something like that. No, we'll take care of you guys. They'll take care of you. But Gulf Coast Model Railroading, we have a lot of good stuff, guys. So anyways, what I'm going to get ready to do is take one of those new lamps, put it in the little holder there, reposition everything, make sure I got enough wire going on, because I'm going to have, again, here's that long piece of wire. I'm going to have that wire sticking out of the front of the Airstream there, and it's going to go to a T-Jet. I'm still up in the air as far as what T-Jet I want, guys. I got a number of them I'm thinking of, and I'm going to see if we can do this thing justice. So that's where we're at, and I'm going to see if I can get all the lights working and in place. That'll be next. Hey guys, you know I'm a big advocate for testing it before you put it together. So I just got all 3 lights hooked up. I'm thinking about dropping a little bit of solder on there just to making sure the connections are going to stay the way they are. Tape them up, then I'll do some reassembly. But let's do the test right now. I got it hooked up to the transformer, and look at that, guys. All 3 lights are working there. That's the top one, both the ones in the posts. That's going to be awesome. And I got plenty of extra wire hooked up to it to where we can hook it to the T-Jet. So guys, we got the 3 lamps going on, and everything's good to go right now. So let me just do some reassembly and see how it turns out. Alright, just did some reassembly, checked all 3 lights, guys. They're all working really good. The next part I'm going to do is I'm going to address the very top there. I know I showed you guys this earlier, but here's some things. There's a little white card behind it. But I wrote Love Shack or Love like it originally had. I put some spacing between. But it's on a piece of transparency paper, guys. You can get this at any one of the office supply stores. And it just goes through your, like the inkjet, that type of thing. And I'm going to probably cut all 4 out and see which one I like best. And I don't know if I'll make it interchangeable to a certain degree or what, but we're going to have some fun with it, and we're going to see which one lights up and shows the best after I get it in place there. So that'll be the next thing we tackle, guys. I went with the red Love Shack, little hyphen in there, and guys, I checked just a second ago, it lights up and it looks beautiful when it's on. All 3 lights are working. I got the as you can see, the wire coming out of there. Now listen, I kept thinking about what's going to go good with this, and I just started cracking up as soon as I saw the Green Hornet, the Batmobile, the Black Beauty. It's like, I don't know, man, you know, maybe one of these attached to it. So if we do one of these, I was thinking like a red turbo light with the Batmobile coming out, you know, to enhance that bugger a little bit, or with the Black Beauty or the Green Hornet, stick like a green light in the cab like I like to do. So I haven't decided which one of these buggers, but I know it's going to be one of these 3, guys. I know it's going to be one of these 3. And in the next segment, you and me both will have discovered which one I've chosen. But for right now, we're all set to hook that up. Just another quick note here. Just before I take the camera down here, the wire's brown, yellow. They do show a little bit like around where the tanks are for the Airstream, things like that. I considered painting them black real quick, just so, hey, listen, they're, I don't want to say hidden or gone completely, but they would obviously stand out less than the brown and the yellow. So I just wanted to mention that to you. I'm considering doing that. I'm going to do that right now, guys. Alright, guys, made the decision. Going with the Black Beauty. Going with the Black Beauty there. I think it's going to be a fun match, a good match, guys. And what I'm doing here is I'm showing you the wire I got painted up. That wire will go like through the hardware there at the front of the Airstream. Then it'll go into the Black Beauty, and we'll get it hooked up to the bottom of the chassis there. And just for fun, Gretchen, the HO scale German hooker over there, that's flashing us, I just put like a little piece of the cellophane underneath her feet and glued her there. You know, she's part of the diorama, so I didn't just want her leaning against something, so I put her on a little piece of cellophane there. So that's what I've done so far, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take the body off the chassis and see how we can figure out about getting some electricity to these lights. Now, one thing, I wasn't even thinking about it, but you have to. These 2 pieces are going to be connected by wire. So what I'm getting at is, I don't think I'm going to solder the wire to the chassis. I'll probably place it in such a way, or attach it to the chassis in such a way, if and when I do need to get them apart, I'll be able to do so. And I'm not going to make it impossible to get them apart or to work on them. So let's see what we figure out, guys. Alright, guys, just got the body off the chassis. Now here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about having the lights obviously coming out of here, going through the trailer hitch there. But when they come up the back here of the chassis, they're going to come up. The screw post will be right there. Going to come up. I'm thinking about having them travel along this part of the engine plate, then right underneath here, just feed it right underneath here, and then go straight down on either side of the chassis. Reason being is that I can go ahead and slip the wire under these two areas, you know, just kind of put it under there to where it makes good conductivity, but won't easily fall out. So that's what I'll do next, guys. I'll measure the wire so it'll fit real good, then I'll cut it. I will double check my measurements, and I hope you do too, and strip the wire, and boy, we're getting pretty close, and we'll see what we get. But guys, we're getting closer. Just a sec. Alright, just got the trailer hitch made for the Black Beauty there. Got the wires going straight up. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to test it around the track, make sure that it works the way it should. Then I'll go ahead and connect the wires to the chassis and see how that works then. Just cut it on the track, grab the transformer. Oh, pulls it nice. Pulls it nice. Look at that, guys. Next thing we're doing is we're going to be hooking the wires. Look kind of funny up there, don't they? We'll be hooking those wires up and getting everything to light up as it goes around the track. Very cool. Sorry, guys, had to laugh. Gretchen over there looked kind of lonely without any customers in front of her, doesn't she? Just got it on the track, guys. Let me grab the transformer for us. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. I purposely didn't put a light in the Black Beauty. I was thinking about putting like a little green light in the cab there. Guys, I purposely did not do that just to draw more attention to the love shack that's in the back there. Put a light in the front of the trailer, light in the back of the trailer, the sign lights up, guys. Very, very cool. Got Gretchen on top there flashing everybody. Alright, let me stand up, resituate the camera, let's see go around the track. I didn't know the camera was on, guys. I picked it up and it already had it going around the track. But man, looks great, doesn't it? Looks great. I'm going to call that bugger complete. We are done. Alright, guys. Fun project. Very challenging project. But nevertheless, we got it to work. Figured out how to do it. Got it to work. So we got 3 lights going on. Juice, yeah, got juice on stuff. I mean, look at that, guys. Is an adult fine, yeah, but still, a brothel on wheels, that is just, when I first saw it, I just thought it was too funny. And I knew it lit up, and I wanted to see if I could get it working when T-Jet finally did. Now, guys, I don't know if I'm going to put this on eBay or just slide it in my collection, one of the two, but I don't know. I think it came out great. It's just a blast. I'm going to race it here as soon as I'm done with the video. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed Gretchen. And, if you got any questions, always email me or ask. Okay, guys? This is Jeff from Smoking T-Jets.